It's dawn. The year is 1499. On the banks of a small river in Punjab, a man walks into the water to bathe, as he does every single morning. His friend watches from the bank, he goes under, and he doesn't come back up. For 3 days, he is gone. No body, no trace, just his clothes left on the bank. And then, on the third day, he walks out of that river, changed, and the first words out of his mouth would go on to shake an entire world. To understand what happened at that river and why it mattered so much, we need to go back to the world Nanak was born into. The year is 1469. The place is Talwandi, a village in Punjab, in what is now modern-day Pakistan. Punjab at this time sits under the rule of the Lodi Sultanate, a Muslim dynasty that controls much of northern India. Power is concentrated. Ordinary people have very little say in how they live or are governed, but the political situation is just one layer of it. The deeper tension is religious. Hindu and Muslim communities live side by side, but in many ways they are worlds apart. This is the world of 1469 Punjab. Two communities separated by religion, one community fractured by caste, and ordinary people caught in the middle, told by priests and rulers alike how to live, who to worship, and who was beneath them. It is into this world that a child named Nanak is born. Nanak is born into a Hindu Khatri family, a merchant class family. His father wants him to grow up, do business, manage accounts, live a stable life. But from the very beginning, Nanak is different. Even as a child, he refuses to accept things at face value. He spends his time with holy men, both Hindu and Muslim. He asks questions nobody wants him to ask. He watches the priests perform rituals and asks, "Does God actually want this? Or are we just doing what we've always done?" He is a married young, as was the custom, and has 2 sons. He works as a storekeeper for the local governor in a town called Sultanpur Lodi. And for years, he lives this routine. He works. He comes home. He wakes before sunrise to bathe in the Kalibain, a small river near the town, and to pray and sing every single morning until one morning when everything changes. It's the year 1499. Nanak is 30 years old. He walks to the river as usual, accompanied by his close friend and musician Mardana. He leaves his clothes on the bank, he wades in, and he disappears beneath the surface. Mardana waits and waits. The river flows on, calm, unbroken. No sign of Nanak. He runs to the bank. He calls out. Nothing. Word spreads through Sultanpur like fire. People come running to the river. The governor himself sends fishermen to drag the river with nets. They find nothing. For 3 days, Nanak is simply gone. His family grieves. His friends believe he is drowned. Some whisper that he was taken by an evil spirit. But Nanak is not dead. According to the Janam Sakhis, the accounts of Nanak's life passed down through generations, Nanak was in the presence of God. He was given a cup of divine nectar to drink. He was given a mission. A voice said to him, "Nanak, I am with you. Go into the world and teach. Repeat my name. Share it with others. Be kind to everyone." And then he was sent back. On the 3rd day, Nanak walks out of the river. The crowd that had gathered gasps. Some say they saw a glow around him, a light in his eyes that hadn't been there before. He sits down on the bank and says nothing. For a long time, he just sits there, still, quiet, like a man absorbing something too large for words. The crowd grows. People are confused. Some think he has lost his mind. A Muslim cleric is even brought in, convinced that something supernatural had taken hold of him. And then Nanak speaks. He asks Mardana to pick up his instrument and play. And in the silence of that early morning, with a crowd of Hindus and Muslims and everyone in between standing on the banks of the Kalibain, he says, "There is no Hindu, there is no Muslim." Some walk away, confused. Some are offended. Some are moved in a way they can't explain. He isn't saying that Hinduism doesn't exist or that Islam doesn't exist. He is saying something deeper, that God does not belong to one group of people, that the labels we use to separate ourselves from each other, the divisions, the hierarchies, the US and them, none of that exists in the eyes of the divine. He quits his job that day, gives away everything he owns to the poor, and then he starts walking. What Guru Nanak Dev Ji goes on to do next is extraordinary. Over the next 24 years, he will travel somewhere between 28,000 and 35,000 miles on foot across India, into the Himalayas, through Mecca and Medina, across Central Asia. He will challenge the most powerful religious authorities of his time. He will sit with kings and with the poorest of the poor. He will compose over 970 hymns, poetry so beautiful it is still sung every single day in gurdwaras around the world. But before we get to all of that, what exactly did Guru Nanak experience in those 3 days? What did he see? What was he told? And what does it mean that the first thing he said when he returned wasn't a prayer? It was a statement about equality. That's what we're getting into next time. If this video meant something to you, share it. These stories deserve to be heard.